it's Miss Lauren and welcome to this week's Storytime. Our Storytime this week is all about being sick and getting well, which is probably something you've heard a lot about recently with everything going on, right? So we're going to play some games, read some stories, all about maybe getting a cold but always feeling better afterwards, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with our Storytime. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our opening song, If You're Ready for a Story. So everybody stand up for me. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Clap your hands, stomp your feet, make your hands all nice and neat. If you're ready for a story, take a seat. Good job. Okay, our first story today is called When You're Feeling Sick. Life has its ups and life has its downs. You have days when you smile, you have days when you frown. You have birthdays and holidays, good days and bad days. The things that will happen, oh man, you'll be amazed. But every now and then, your body will get sick. You get a cold, you get the sniffles, you get something you can't kick. There are creepy crawly bugs that can get inside your tummy. They can make the food you eat seem not so very yummy. You can get a virus or the flu or the itchy chicken pox, and you curl up on the couch with a blanket and warm socks. When you're feeling sick and feeling blue, here are some things you should not do. If you follow these rules, you'll be just fine. Here we go with the sickness guidelines. Don't pour chicken noodle soup on your head. It's made for your mouth and your belly instead. Don't invite purple elephants over for lunch. They will eat all your food and drink your fruit punch. Don't feed your medicine to your cat or your dog. They could turn green and leap like a frog. Don't be afraid of needles or your nurse. She's not a wicked witch with a broom and curse. Nurses are the sweetest people in the whole universe. Doctors are the smartest people alive. They can count higher than 170, 10 zillion, 3 billion, and 5. Their job is to make you feel better and make you feel great so you can get back to riding on your roller skates. And whatever you do, don't give up. I mean, don't give up. Because if you do, you'll have to eat a chili ice cream Brussels, broccoli sprout monkey hair burger with green ketchup. So whatever you do, don't give up. But if your hair turns blue and your toes turn into balloons and you flip upside down and float up to the moon, don't be sad. And all afternoon, you will get very well soon. You're a hero, a champ, and even a trooper. You're a black belt ninja of sickness. You're super duper. You can beat anything that comes your way. You can whoop up a 10-storied, 10-legged, one-eyed, two-toed, four-armed, fire-breathing, huffing, puffing, red and silver dragon, and even the sickness you have today. So stick your pinkies in your mouth and your thumbs behind your ears and your pointers on your eyes. Now pull, but don't make tears. This is the sickness monster face. If you wiggle your tongue and moan and groan, your sickness will leave without a trace. If you do the sickness monster face and you still feel sick, then sing the sickness song and it will surely do the trick. I feel sick and I feel poopy. All this medicine makes me feel loopy. So sickness, sickness, go away. Don't come again another day. Whatever you do, you must stay strong. You might be sick now, but you won't be for long. You'll be running and swimming and swinging and playing and dancing and you'll feel just fine. Don't you worry one little bit, it's just a matter of time. And that's the end of When You're Feeling Sick. All right, it is time for our rocket song. So go ahead, put your hands together, make your rocket, and zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you'd like to take a trip, Climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, zoom, zoom. We're going to the moon. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Okay, so the first game we're going to play today is called 5 Little Germs. So, if you get sick, where does being sick come from? Does anybody know? It comes from germs. That's right. And you can pick up germs pretty much anywhere. And what's the best way to get rid of germs off of your hands? Does anybody know? You've probably been doing it a lot more recently. Washing your hands. That's right. So that's going to be part of the game we're going to play today. So as I said, we're going to start with our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little germs. And our little germs are kind of nasty looking little creatures, aren't they? All right, so let's go ahead and start our story. 5 little germs sitting in a row. The first one said, "On hands I like to grow." The second one said, "I like to fly in the air." The third one said, "I don't care." The fourth one said, "I travel on a sneeze." The fifth one said, "Wash your hands? Oh, please." Swish goes the water. Bubbles go the soap. And the 5 little germs, down the drain they float. And now you've got your nice clean hands and no more germs. Good job. All right, our next story is called Dragons Get Colds Too. All right, let's get started here. Okay. Every new dragon owner learns that just like humans, dragons get colds too. However, caring for a sick dragon can be a daunting task. Follow these simple steps and your dragon is sure to feel better in no time at all. Step 1. Determine that your dragon does indeed have a cold. Fact, dragons rarely use tissues due to their flammability. Instead, dragons try to wipe their noses on acceptable alternatives. Tip, a dragon seldom wears sleeves, so your sleeve is the next best thing. For sanitary reasons, keep extra shirts handy. Dragon snot tends to be rather gooey. Thanks to your skillful investigation, it's official. You have a sick dragon. It's time for treatment. Step 2, give your dragon the proper cold medicine. Please contact your local dragon pharmacy for more information. Fact, it is nearly impossible to give medicine to dragons. Tip, the classic spoon airplane method is a simple and effective distraction technique. Yet, your dragon may require a bit more creativity. It's best to have a full dance routine ready, but remember, dragons are rather harsh critics. Now that you have medicated your dragon, it is important to feed it an adequately nutritious meal. Step 3, feed your dragon spicy food. It is the perfect thing to clear out that stuffy nose. Fact, dragons love volcanic sushi rolls and exploding chili rice cakes. Tip, wear protective clothing if following this step. Fiery sneezes and rotten fishy burps could prove dangerous, so proceed with extreme caution. Excellent work. Your dragon's tummy is now satisfied. Next, your dragon is probably looking for something fun to do. Step 4, entertain your dragon. Fact, bored dragons are grumpy dragons, especially when they are stuck inside. Tip, choose activities that will appeal to your dragon. Try a board game or a charming giraffe puzzle. Dragons think giraffes with their long necks and skinny legs are hilarious. One giraffe puzzle guarantees at least 1 hour of uninterrupted dragon amusement. Great! Your dragon is now sufficiently entertained, although all the fun is most likely wearing it out. Step 5, sick dragons need lots of rest. Fact, dragons absolutely hate to rest. Tip, if your dragon is being especially stubborn, offer to read it a book. Consider building a fort for the two of you to read in. And always bring flashlights. Shadow puppets in a fort are a must. Everyone knows this. Fantastic! You have eased your dragon into a restful slumber. Now make sure to keep it that way. Step 6, never wake a sleeping dragon. Fact, sick dragons tend to fall asleep anywhere and everywhere. Tip, leave your dragon wherever it has fallen asleep and do your best to avoid any noisy activities while it slumbers. Don't be fooled by those deep snores though. Dragons are very light sleepers. Outstanding! Your dragon is getting the rest it needs. Here comes the final step. Step 7, dragons need time to recover. Fact, dragons on the mend are terrible at remembering to take it easy. Tip, singing along to some favorite tunes is the perfect activity for any music-loving dragon. Consider adding an instrument of your own making to the mix. Except, don't forget to wear earplugs. Dragons are enthusiastic but extremely tone-deaf. Congratulations! You have successfully nursed your sick dragon back to health. You see, with a little confidence and guidance, anyone can tackle the challenge of caring for their dragon. And remember, if you take good care of your dragon will always take good care of you. And that's the end of Dragons Get Colds 2. All right, it is time for our banana song. So you know what to do. Put your hands above your head, make your banana, and peel bananas. Peel, peel bananas. Peel bananas. Peel, peel bananas. And chop bananas. Chop, chop bananas. Chop bananas. Chop, chop bananas. And mash bananas. Mash, mash bananas. Mash bananas. Mash, mash bananas. And eat bananas. Eat, eat bananas. Eat bananas. Eat bananas. And what's the last thing we're gonna do? Everybody, you know what to do? Go bananas! Good job. Okay, so the next game we're going to play today is called What's in the Doctor's Bag? So when you're sick, you might make a trip to your doctors, right? And they're going to check you out, see what all might be going on. So when you go to the doctor, they have different materials, utensils that they might use to check you out, right? So we've got our doctor's bag here. And what I'm going to do is put around a doctor's bag different items that your doctor may use when you go to a doctor's appointment. And make sure you pay really close attention to the items that I'm going to put up on the board, okay? Because then what I'm going to do is hide those items behind our doctor's bag, and you have to tell me which items are not up on the board, okay? So let's start with our first item, and that is, of course, our doctor, right? If you go to see a doctor, obviously you're going to see your doctor, okay? Then we've got our mask, which a lot of you have probably been wearing. Maybe if you go to a doctor's appointment, you would wear your mask lately, right? Okay, then we've got our bottle of medicine. We've got our Band-Aids, right? If you have a cut, scratch, different things, you might have to have a Band-Aid. Then we've got our stethoscope. Stethoscope is used to listen to your heart, right? And then we've got a lot of people's not so favorite thing, a shot, but you may see a shot when you go to the doctor's. And then we've got our thermometer, and the thermometer is used to what? Does anybody know? Take your temperature. Good job. Okay, so pay really close attention to the items on the board right now. Take a good look. And then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Make sure you close your eyes really tight, no peeking. And I'm going to put one of our items in the doctor's bag, okay? Close your eyes. All right, and open up. Does anybody know which item was on our board a minute ago and is now not? Any guesses? It is our doctor. Good job. Our doctor was hiding in the doctor's bag. Okay, let's try another one. Close your eyes really, really tight. Keep your eyes closed really, really tight, okay? And open your eyes. All right. Does anybody know which item is not on the board now? Take a good close look. Might be something you would put on your skin if you maybe had a cut. That's right. Our Band-Aids. Good job. Okay? You know the drill. Close your eyes really, really tight. Really, really tight. I'm going to hide one thing. And open your eyes. Anybody know? Maybe our least favorite thing we might find in a doctor's bag. Our shot. Good job. All right. And close your eyes. Really, really, really tight. Really tight. No peeking. No peeking. And open your eyes. All right. What's not there? Anybody know? Something that you've probably been wearing a lot more of recently. You got it. It is the mask. All right. Now, we're going to make it a little more difficult. I'm going to hide 2 items, okay? So make sure you're paying really close attention. Okay? Close your eyes. Now remember, I'm going to hide 2 things. And open your eyes. What 2 items are not on the board now? Maybe one that does the checkup? The doctor, you got it. But there's one other thing that's hidden. Anybody know what it is? You might take it if you're sick. You got it. It is our bottle of medicine. Good job. All right, let's try it again. 2 items, remember. Close your eyes really tight. Really, really tight. And open your eyes. And what's missing? Anybody know? Any guesses? Could be the item you use to take your temperature, which is your thermometer. Good job. And one more. Anybody know? Might use to listen to your heart. It's The stethoscope. All right, good job, guys. Okay, and our last story today is called If Beaver Had a Fever. All right. Mama Bear, Mama Bear. Yes, little bear? If you were a doctor in charge of the zoo, what would you do if Noon had the flu? If Noon came to my office with aches and a chill, I'd bake him a cake chock full of pills. What if Chimp had a limp? If Chimp came to see me and his foot had a pain, I'd tell him to walk with a big candy cane. What if Deer couldn't hear? If Deer came complaining that she couldn't hear, I'd stick a big megaphone into each ear. What if Meerkat got too fat? If Meerkat came by weighing too many pounds, I'd call over a cheetah to chase him around. What if Fox had the chicken pox? If Fox came to see me all splotchy and red, I'd pull a striped sweatshirt right over her head. What if Goat had a sore throat? If Goat stopped by and her throat really ached, I'd numb it up quick with a frozen milkshake. What if Beaver had a fever? If Beaver came over and his fever went up, I'd give him ice cream in a gigantic cup. What if Weasel had the measles? If Weasel showed up with spots and an itch, I'd tell him to roll around in the ditch. But Mama Bear, how would you be if you were a doctor and the sick one were me? Oh, now that would be special. Let's see. I'd puppet a story, I'd tootle a tune, I'd huff and I'd puff you a big red balloon. We'd play board games, then cuddle a while. I'd tickle your piggies to get you to smile. I'd fix all your favorites, cookies and soup. And when you got better, I'd let out a whoop. So if my little bear is sick, there's nothing to fear. Whatever goes wrong, your Mama Bear's here. And that's the end of If Beaver Had a Fever. Alright, so that is our end of story time for this week. So let's go ahead and do our goodbye song, Tickle the Clouds. Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around, and tickle your nose. Reach down low, reach up high. Story time's over, so wave goodbye. Bye everyone, thanks for checking out this week's Storytime, and I hope to see you next week. Have a good week.